Yeah. I remember. Shit. I remember. I remember putting crack up in my drawers. Police pull us over, hope that shit don't fall. I'm already facing years, now who to call? Nothing left to do but let my tears fall. Hope you forgive a nigga, I was just trying to ball. Knowing that them crackers is eat them, I hope they fall. It's hard to forgive them, so you know I want them all. Punish and do nothing, I ain't asking for no pity, nah nigga, not at all. I just wanna let you know who's the devil of them all. Mama on drugs, pops long gone. Thanks for the Lord that a nigga held on. Can't tell it all cause the story too long. Brother lost his mind, but now my nigga he home. Used to be depressed till I found him doing the pressing. Ran to the reverend, but that nigga couldn't help shit. Thinking he a saint, but I know that nigga ain't. Thinking he can hear you, but I know that nigga can't. Ain't time to play cause this shit getting crazy. Donald Trump won, now they ain't got nothing to say. A devil is a devil, even if he in the skies. Looking in the sky, hope the chariots arrive. Swing low, cherry me, my niggas wanna ride. Please swing low for the 144. Ain't no hesitation, this is what I die for. UBK soldier, what I gotta lie for. Praying to the Lord, hope these crackers die slow. You prayed for Obama, he was preaching false hope. Is that the main reason why you niggas lost hope? And now they young babies on the block smoking dope, yelling gang, 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 thinking life is just a game, thinking life is but a dream. Now you sit up the stream, age only 15. Goddamn them crackers mean, they be looking at a nigga like, what the fuck you mean? Black as I am, they wanna beat me like the king. No matter what though, I'ma do it for my king. Even if I suffer, I'ma suffer for my team. I was searching, I was hurting, but they couldn't kill a king. Just a young nigga, but the word is what I need. Swear they love it when you down, wanna see a nigga drown. Blood sniffing out the face, just like a bloodhound. They with you when you up, but never when you down. I remember surprise, I'm still here. I cry with no fear, cause the angels in the midst. I swing but don't miss, I cruise with no shit. I lose but no chip, I fall but don't trip. Standing in the rain cause pain it runs deep. Some nights I can't sleep, watching for the devil cause devils they do creep. Better get up out the streets cause reapers they do reap. Wanna see a nigga weak or either 6 feet deep. Remember all them cold nights in December too cold I can't sleep. Shit the devil is alive cause I remember. Alright, I do. I remember, right? Shit. All jokes aside, you know how niggas be like, I'm this and that for life, this and that for life. I'm on West for life, nigga, this a blood oath. Hey, yo, Madara, here go a class for you, my nigga. 140 for the rebel. The world turned its back on me. I'm a cripple. We got soldiers, he got soldiers, but I got different ones. Ain't no way out, I'll tell you once. Don't pray for nothing, sin and curse. We can't forgive what's forbidden. Remain in them trenches. Trust in the Lord, oh please forgive me for the times that I did. If rank is given, have your respect to your apprentice. Be about your business, disloyalties and death sentence. Look, trying to pick up with a blind fail. They said there'll be many mansions. I'm just grinding for my time share. Them devils ain't playing fair. They hunt you like Van Pelt, but ain't no getting out the game like Jumanji. Or if you take that oath, it's a Dundee. They try to deal death to a priest. You won't make it out in one piece. So you can stand. Just make sure you got the heart. Say your name 3 times and it's death do us part. No. So how you feel about this truth I done shown? This ain't the like you think, little nigga. I should want. Even your own people go this zone. And the new one said they hate you for my name. So you better keep it on. Ain't no more guessing. Ain't no more questions. Make sure my election till I'm tucked away like George Jetson. Murder for capital, now it's murder at the Capitol. The world in amazement, we like fuck 'em, raise it. I pity those watching life as it goes by. Been giving mercy in this life, I don't know why. In pub smoke, never try to.
The day that all my brother be the day that sold out on the photo. Salute my nigga, salute my nigga. They like, how you stay focused? I told him I'm motivated cause of you, my nigga. Brotherhoods and weapons, still got weapons on the scene. Now I never do my niggas like Bishop did Raheem. Never mind in all beliefs, they under anesthesia. Shorty say she need me, said she wanna let that love go. Told I let that love grow. But if I bring you to my bed, that's a blood oath. So, how you feel about this truth out of show? This ain't the life you think, little nigga. I should want. Even your own people gon' disown. And the Lord said they hate you for my name, so you better keep it on. Yeah, yeah.
Niggas don't stand a chance without being in the Lord's hands. Life full of lessons, look like I learned them all. Life full of blessings, but the crackers got it all. How long until they fall? How long until you call on the Lord with a sword? I'm just fighting with the few against many. Working for the Lord, I just hope I get a penny. Know the devil sent you, just look at who against you. And when the Lord with you, who can be against you? Know that I ain't Christian, just look at who I'm dissing. I'm need for you to listen, know it's hard for you to listen when it's part of your tradition and your mama in the room. Bumping music full of Christian and your daddy not around, cause your mama's superstitious. I know she's super wicked, plus she's smoking like the kitchen, and it's all because of Nixon. Praying to the Lord like, please can you fix it? Childhood missing, cousin in the kitchen, flour on the plate. Thinking to myself, why is flour on the plate? Next thing I know, that flour turned to clay. I was only 8, I was only 8. There was nothing I could say, but daddy, can you stay? Cause here it ain't safe. Look at all these black eyes, looking like a G5 of me. I'm looking like I came out of free scope of me. I'm looking like I came out of free scope of me. It's nothing left to do but to do what they do. I wanna sell crack just to be like you. Serving to the fiends on the new avenue. Put it in the pot, motherfucker, let it stew. Look at me now, I done turned into you. Following the way, but I knew it wasn't cool. Should've did more than the average nigga do. I am not the same, but I was raised like you. Mama on crack, yeah, my daddy was too. Look at what the government did to you. That's why I don't vote. They put us on dope. Now I'm in the street, I was selling fake dope. Christian church too, they just selling fake hope. Just remember this, what you reap is what you sow.
Lurking, you Twitter searching behind them curtains without a purpose. Bread and circus, just peep the verses. Every time when evil surface, living out these evil curses. I see my people hurting. COVID got these people nervous. It's a damn shame, can't even walk in the store without a mask on. I'm a wise man, praying oppression won't last long. Turn class on. Captain, I be driving something heavy. Can't lose focus, I'm ready. How we gotta fight these demons? Whole lot of niggas being bitches, whole lot of bitches being petty. Black, Hispanic, Native, we all niggas. One West, home, mother killers. Even though they hate me, they gon' feel us. Fuck them other niggas, we the realest. And we ain't never scared. Just pay attention, my nigga. Here comes the circus once they give you the bread. All this bullshit I ain't feeling in. Gotta peep game, be vigilant. All of my niggas stay diligent. Everything I rap, we living it. And I'ma prophesy until all of my people rise. Just open up your eyes. pay attention.
That's how they get you. Just pay attention to the bread and the circus. Bread and the circus. That's how they trap you. Try to distract you with the bread and the circus. Bread and the circus. That's how they get you. Just pay attention to the bread and the circus. Bread and the circus. That's how they trap you. Try to distract you with the bread and the circus. Bread and the circus.
Voting for the lesser two evils is nonsense. Social media keep you distracted with foolish content. You keep scrolling, the week folding. Since 1969 we hold it down and keep rolling. Rolling hard with battle scars from proven soldiers. My people destroyed, corrupted venom from these wicked cobras. Until it's over, gotta man up. Kwam Yasha Allah, they shooting us with our hands up. Don't fucking cowards, prince of the power, but I ain't shit without my team. We hit the scene and stay prepared to meet the king. Sword in our hand, ready to stand, ready to fight, ready to kill. And for all my brothers, I give my life. It's a time to fish and it's a time to hunt. Stay on low, put down a blunt. Don't get killed cause you trying to stun. Gotta keep ready for the battlefront. That's how they trap you and distract you with the bread and circus. But you can't see cause you too blind behind the curtains.
That's how they get you. Just pay attention to the bread and the circus. Bread and the circus. That's how they trap you. Try to distract you with the bread and the circus. Bread and the circus. That's how they get you. Just pay attention to the bread and the circus. Bread and the circus. That's how they trap you. Try to distract you with the bread and the circus. Bread and the circus.
Yeah. Mic check 1, 2, you hear me? 144 back again. Run it back. Yeah. It's time to leave the enemy desolate. I'm heaven sent. These niggas just on some extra shit, and I ain't impressed with it. Could you kick that bullshit to the left of me? Hey, look, you can't deny this excellence. I use this mic like weaponry, and I've been seeking more clarity. Right now, I'm ready as I'll ever be, rugged as I ever been. The devil knocking at my door, I'ma let him in. Cause I'm a worthy adversary. Pour them liqueur, laced with rosemary. It's time to grind, ain't no time to tarry. Take one of mine, get your soul carried. I got them worry, plus these niggas full of estrogen. They fickle, they false. Got a big ball, so end up in the real issue. Fuck with my brethren, I deal with you. Yeah. Look, it's getting real official. Seeing how the bitches can cross you, and how they still twist you. It'll hit you, then peel a tissue. Them others weak, my brother's been sent to the deep. So tell me, how can I turn the other cheek while this wicked world trying to smother me? Something gotta shake, I'm gonna cry it out. Time to gird up my loins and ride out. In my soul, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't wanna see no more desolation. I said I don't wanna see no more. Hey, in my soul I feel devastation. In my eyes I see desolation. At my door, death is waiting. But I don't wanna see no more desolation. But I don't wanna see no more.
Beat the cops, beat the ops, beat the motherfucking eyes. I'm the one. Why you think that I've been rolling with a Kai? Your little arms is too short to hotbox with God. French is long, team strong with them a gun, THAWADAH. Tired of these fake snakes, crooked Nate to oppress Jake. No pressure makes diamonds I won't break on this crooked landscape. We gon' make some shake, so I ain't got time to argue with you fucking reprobates. While these crackers getting richer when we raise the crime rate, and they hunt my people like gorillas and some primates. So we in these streets trying to raise a brother's mind state in every concrete jungle, from Cali to the tri-state. I buried brothers over beef that they couldn't squash. Blood in the streets, brains out like galoshes. I trust the cracker when I mix that squash. You listening to real niggas, dog, who can't be bought. Whoa. Why you think I go so hard? Cause this world's fucked up, nigga, I've been scarred. PTSD, brothers can't drop their guard. Every day some bullshit, you gotta weave and bob. It's no facade, so every day I'm on my job. It's time to send these devils to the land of Nod. Cause when I lost my religion, that's when I found God. So when I lost my religion, nigga, I found God.
In my soul, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't wanna see no more desolation. I said I don't wanna see no more. Hey, in my soul, I feel devastation. In my eyes, I see desolation. On my door, death is waiting. But I don't wanna see no more desolation. And I don't wanna see no more.
A warning. Before listening to this, you might want to go and get a sweatband. This should be illegal in 12 countries and banned from the radio.
Beach craze.
Yeah, you know I'm strapped. I'm wearing a gun to dinner. Wearing a gun to dinner. Wearing a gun to dinner. Yeah, you know I'm strapped. I'm wearing a gun to dinner. Wearing a gun to dinner. Wearing a gun to dinner. 5-star restaurants, 5-star ratings. 5 in the chamber, put a V in your face, B. Fresh beef get served, tasty. Brains in entrees, no words Beyonce. Machete make lamb chops, land from the can tops. Servers rush my orders, goddamn that's hot. Go get your man pop, talking all reckless. Diamonds in my holster, diamonds on my necklace. 45, baby, that's your scalp. If I miss, I still hit your neck. Gunfire, better hit the deck. You getting served and you get the check. Hollow points and tips are giving night. Fry your ass at your burger spot. Both coats hit the bullseye. Reaching the coast, pulling off thighs. Killing the room, surprise, surprise. I get inside and she dies. Hawk you in desert storm. Keep an eagle fly, birdie fly. Out of breath on my own mind. What's for dessert to the whole like pie. Shout out Khan, thumb y'all my guy.
Yeah, you know I'm strapped. Wear my gun for dinner. Wear my gun for dinner. Wear my gun for dinner. Yeah, you know I'm strapped. Wear my gun for dinner. Wear my gun for dinner. Wear my gun for dinner.
Taking nines, splitting minds, potato silence for the violence. Make them mash on that ass, make the maid close the blinds. Pull a fast psychopath, spill the gravy, gas a laugh. Banana clip, clear the path, give them babies bloody bath. Get cannon for the savage, take a salad after madness. Invade the fucking palace, give them malice, play a ballad. 100 rounds, spitting rapid, how it happened, no napping, no itis. Hair trigger, yeah nigga, call it Midas. Golden touch, but it's righteous, double fudge on the ice cream. What the fuck? Yeah, I like it. Pressure luck, young buck. Venison, serve them up. Get it in. Shots buck. Bring a friend. Pot luck. Thick or thin. You struck. Fried chicken served up. Get a witness for a dessert. There's what ego wouldn't work. No sequel, wishes work. That my baby, so I flirt. Eat a peaches, lick a clip. Hit my bitches by my hip. No crackers, don't trip. Yummy tummy, drum clip. Make a flip like the words from my lip. What I cook is an art. Beat his kidneys, make them fart. Close the scene when I pop truck. Put it holes in your shopping cart. Do like special Walmart. Lord be with you, hold
you know I'm strapped. I'm wearing my gun to dinner. Wearing my gun to dinner. Wearing my gun to dinner. Yeah, you know I'm strapped. I'm wearing my gun to dinner. I'm wearing my gun to dinner. Wearing my gun to dinner. Yeah, you know I'm strapped. I'm wearing my gun to dinner. I'm wearing my gun to dinner. I'm wearing my gun to dinner. Yeah, you know I'm strapped. I'm wearing my gun to dinner. I'm wearing my gun to dinner. I'm wearing my gun to dinner.
You tell Miss Laura goodbye.
Do what now?
I said tell Miss Laura goodbye.
Bye, Miss Laura.
Don't you know
Shalom, Hebrew. This is Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge, started at 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. I.S.U.P.K is run today by Commanding General YAHANNA, the man with the rank and the authority to be the leader of the Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans at this time. I want to say Yahweh Basham Yahweh Brakatam to the brothers, Yahweh Shama Ailatan Basham Yahweh to the sisters. Welcome to our Sunday afternoon scripture breakdown class, where we break down the scriptures according to how it is written in the Bible. All right, topic this week. We have so far all 12 tribes of the Most High's people have been integrated with the oppressor. It is destroying us. All right, put it this way, it's doing more harm than good to us. It is destroying us more and more. I mean, some people look and think we have made progress since slavery. Even here in Jamaica, you look at, blacks owning a lot of things. Black people are, so we think we're owning a lot of things. How many years now since slavery abolished? 1830 something. Yeah, about 200 years. And our people are, how should I put it now? Other nations who weren't here when slavery was being done, and when slavery was being enforced by our person's law, came here after slavery, didn't come here as slaves, and every one of them, every single one, passed us economically. Why? Because there's no systematic oppression against them. There is systematic oppression against our people, the blacks in Jamaica, those who are descendants of the slaves. You look at even the business community, where the majority of our people get to do business. Not necessarily in the cities, on the Gully Bank, right? People then have to just, get brave enough and just say, all right, I'll build a little shop here. So. And over time, it might grow, right on the Gully Bank. But other than that, there is nothing in the system for our people, really. You have some, what do you call it again? It used to call food stamp. Well, let's call it poor relief in general. There is some, they try to call it the safety net, but why the net there? Is it that safety net that they have for the poor? The holes in the net. Every sieve have, the holes where you sieve through. Them holes are too big. It shake through too much of our people. So the one who really benefit is the one who probably next to dying. Which is not so in Esau's world. I mean, in Esau's world, they're safe, they're aid to their people. Their people don't necessarily have to be poor to to gain their aid. But you know, our people have to be worse than dirt poor. They have to be dirty water poor. Right? They have to be gully bank, no toilet, nowhere to bathe, poor. You know, gully bank can't go home when rainfall, poor, to gain aid from the government to make any farmer improvement in their life. And as a matter of fact, the government aid is not even to improve their life. It's just to help them when the rainfall that they don't really drown. All right. Now, monkeypox thing now. God have mercy. First monkeypox in Jamaica. Yeah, the monkeys swing out of the hospital and went back to the wild, and you know the park rangers then catch him back and bring him back in the hospital still. But you know, it kind of, what do you put it now? It's a bit chill, boy. You know, kind of twofold here, man. Because if I'm security at that hospital, boy, I don't think I want to go wrestle a monkeypox man to go stay in the hospital. I don't know. I better me shoot him in the foot still. Why not go and come in contact with him? Even with the PPE, we can do so. Bam, grab you. I would have to have something like I see there in China. You know, the butterfly net them. But they use catch butterfly. China had some big ones, you know. But they use when the COVID victim trying to run away from them, they use a net thing and just go over him head and bring him down to the ground. Maybe our hospitals need something like that, so as to, you know, keep persons like that now, because this monkeypox thing, you know, this is just one case. And the brother is selfish too. You know you have that virus, and yet still you want to go out and mix with everybody else. I'm kind of selfish, you know. Yeah, man, keep your ass under quarantine, man. I mean, if you have COVID, you're not going to be mixing and mingling with your family. You're not going to mix and mingle with your family because you know that you could pass your COVID to them. Monkeypox is a similar virus. Obviously, his one is not in the advanced stage to break out the lesions on his skin. But, I mean, they could make him stay out there still because they would inoculate the population. Because I understand he was spotted mixing, you know, go across the road, go buy something from the stall and sit down amongst people drinking. All right, so much for the monkeypox thing. I hope they really bring it under control. You know, that's one virus that no straight person. No straight people don't have monkeypox. Right. Because of the stigma that has been placed. Well, it's not people put the stigma on it, you know. It's what people see happening. Right. Where the majority of cases is just the homosexual community. You can say LGBT in general.
God, like it was spread at a rave event in the UK. Which
what kind of rave was it? The LGBT rave.
Like, yes, sir. Rave. Remember, say I.S.U.P.K that, you know. So any event where I.S.U.P.K keep would have come in like a LGBT event. You understand? You have drugs.
Yeah, because they always present themselves in droves.
Right.
Like they want to rock out and show it all, just like Dexter Daps. Dexter was having in party, and you know that trance was there. That's the thing they want to do. They want to, you know, be. I can't even say be themselves. They want to be out there in the rave, right? So you know, I don't know. I don't know what orientation he is, the one who have it, but the fact is he has it. And if he has it, then he simply just need to behave himself, right? And take the medical attention and stop being all over the place. And but anyway, I understand they have him back under control, under quarantine, I should say. All right. Now the destruction of our people in general. Integrating with you watch the captain's thing there last night, Officer Kayaron?
Gone, sir.
With the with the black senator.
Gone.
I mean, since as they want people to accept them when they make the change, obviously many of them want to stop being black, you know. Why they don't do that change too? Just find a way to make yourself not black again then, no? Since as you want to make yourself not a woman and not a man, you know, them kind of thing. By the way, LGBTQ, the Q stand for queer. What the queer do?
Sir, I wouldn't even know that.
At the L, that's what, lesbian, gays, bisexual. I want to go to anybody. LGB, and the T for transgender. LGBTQ, the Q for the queer. So the queer is what? Is it the woman? Is it the woman who dresses like a man? Could be no. Because the transgender is really the one who changes sex, yeah?
We know that people normally call just outright gay people queer. You understand? So like if somebody is a homosexual, they would have just say them queer. You know what I mean? We never know say it have any different meaning. Yeah,
man, in the LGBTQ, the Q is for queer. The gay is still in there. The lesbian is still there. So I suppose the queer is... But, all right. She looked like a woman who wants to live with a woman. That is lesbian. Yeah. I'm confused. I don't know what the queer really do. Let's just say the queer does queer things because she's standing on her head there. That's queer. I mean, basically it's really the job that she is in that brings the attention, you know, because a lot of our women do them things there. But in her case, you are in a decision-making body. You are a senator. You are like when we had our kingdom, the senator would be a nobleman.
God.
Right? The senator would have been like a thing there. Like an advisor to the king, but more with an office really. We never used to use that word senator. Is Rome really start to use senators? But in our kingdom, that is like a nobleman.
Good.
So imagine you have a nobleman out there, a noble woman, twerking with an upside down. This is one of the destruction that our people. I mean, I found a picture. I don't even want to see a picture from the class. Yeah, man. You know what I mean? Maybe we should put it because what we're really doing, we're really trying to get our people to change from these evil ways. And believe it or not, it is evil. What makes it evil is the fact that it's outside our law.
Right.
Anything we do that is outside the law is counted by the Most High, by the Almighty God as evil. That is why the eating pork is evil.
Right.
Breaking the law is evil. Right, let me go and find it. I'm going to find it back. Another picture. To the point where Fox News even pick her up Twitter. That means what? She made it to mainstream media. Now, if she made it to mainstream media, then anybody can talk about her. All right, come, bring up, come up. Where is it? Democrat Rhode Island State Senator. 28, she's 28-year-old, is slammed for posting video of herself twerking upside down and encouraging people to okay, twerk for a vote. No, right, here it is. Here's the video. Twerking. I'll just show her ass up in the air. All right. Share. She twerks for the people. But you see, the thing is, what do they expect these people to bring to the table? What were they expecting? All those who were in support of these people being in the government. All right, bullseye. They say she queer and she want to be a man and all that, but can't stop being a woman.
Still a care, sir.
Yeah.
That's how the woman them dance in the dance hall on them head top. Up on them head top and wine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So you basically can tell me, say then, any woman in the dance hall can be a state senator then. That's at the moral level where, you know what I mean, you have to be a state senator when it comes to representing black people.
But just like our captains said, she doing this in the public, there is no doubt as to what she's doing behind closed door with those more powerful men in the Senate.
Which make you question our qualifications for the job.
Well,
and what she really there for.
The education level no really matter now, because you could be a grass cutter and be a politician. These who the people them really like. But I would question her actions behind closed door. You have a lot of them powerful senators, like them Donald Trump type, they will just abuse women. I mean, she's queer, so we know that all them people, LGBTQ, all of them have been abused. That's why they are the way they are. But she now in politics. You can imagine the abuse that she is now. Well, we call it abuse, but to her, it could be payment, Because them powerful senators, other powerful senators in the House can do things for her.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Gone, sir.
You know, attacking along the lines of wordom. I mean, you can imagine what she getting, because if she can twerk like this in the public, and you is a white man now, well, like, cause a lot of them white guys they love to dip in the chocolate, you know. They like them fat ass black woman then, but not in the public. You can imagine when they will appear if it twerk for them at some of their private function.
Right. Slakia, that's why I say our qualifications, like them know our characteristics before them hire for be a senator, you know. You understand? What she really do
Hold on.
reach where
It's not
she is
higher.
at.
Hold on. It's not higher to be a senator, you know. It would be more like allow her to run as under the Democratic ticket.
Gone. Allow,
Right.
meaning let her through the gate then. You
Right.
understand?
To
Because
represent the Democrat.
Gone. You can't just get up and say you want to be a senator and just walk through them things. Them have to let you in. So, you know what I mean? That does show you see the basis of our people them are allowed to lead over we. You understand? And who knows what she did to reach that position.
Yeah, what she did. Hold on. I think somewhere in the video, you know, some white people, she was there with, you know.
Gone.
All right, the video gonna play.
Vote Senator Mack. How many nip slips am I allowed to get on the 4th of July?
You already have 3.
Celeste, is that the angle?
Right, so, you know, these are the people behind her.
Why is he boxing?
This is classic integration. She wasn't even there with her own people, you know. Classic integration. We integrating with the oppressor. I mean, I would have liked to know who really molested her still, you know. Was it a black man or a white man?
Right.
This is her, you know. That's why I don't like women who me go and date. Me not like the short hair. Because there's a spirit behind that woman's short hair. If she has to cut it off because, you know, some medical condition or something, and allow it to grow back, I can see with that. But the one who want to make it an habit, so it grow back, she cut it. There is a spirit behind it. What is she here now? A sweet girl or a sweet boy? You understand? Right. So, I mean, this is not much deception, man. But she's the senator. And she is, all right, she named Tierra Mack, entered the Rhode Island legislature in January 20, from last year, the first black openly gay woman to do so. And this is what the first black openly gay woman does. All right, somebody here, so no, I don't know if it's black, all right. We all are white. We all need our representative to be someone we are proud to support. That is true. Beyond all colors. Both parties. Deeply saddened that this woman is a senator in any state. If showing your ass was the message you intended, you succeeded. Parents, take notes. Is this something to aspire to? Yeah, because, I mean, people, they are role models.
Right.
Your senator, your politician, they are role models.
Good.
And you look at her. This is a woman that you would holler at her on the beach. But this is what you will be bringing into your home. This kind of personality, a destroyed personality, right? And this is what our people This is what is destroying our people, and this is what our people need to stay away from. All right. All right, give me Proverbs 3 and 31.
Another one gun. Another one gun. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 3, verse 31. Envy thou not the oppressor, and choose none of his ways.
All right. So, I mean, who is she? She's envying. All right. She's doing this for what? For votes.
Right.
Now, what is that vote going to get her? That vote is going to get her in the house, the ruling house of the oppressor, right there in the Senate.
God.
So what is she doing basically? She is envying the oppressor right now. Right? And by she wanting to be like the oppressor, this is what it leads to. Right? Now people just are just destroyed. Because if at that level, you know, if it was a poor person who would do it, you know, like a poor man, and it go viral, you would hear some sort of dirty comments and things. I mean, the comments are around. I don't see all the comments, but you know, you can just imagine. It's not. It wouldn't be that dirty, degrading her or anything. It would be just telling her that you need to put yourself in a better light. You know, them kind of way, because you're representing people and all that. But if she didn't do this, you would know the kind of person she is really. You don't know that she's queer. Well, we in the truth know that once you fall under any one of them banner, there something wrong with it. Right?
Right.
Spiritually, you are destroyed for the Most High's congregation. But what about the Jake that is out there in the world? The Jake that we are trying so hard on them street corners to reach. When you now as a little man in the UPK on the street corner telling them to hold up their head while a politician out there twerking, how you going to tell the woman on the street corner not to expose her ass?
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
God.
Things like this makes our job more difficult. Right? You know, we now go on the corner and, you know, women, cover up your mind. You can't tell me nothing. The senator Panarita do what's it not. But they don't know that what they are doing really is admiring a woman in the world. Or a person in the world. I don't know what she call herself because, well, she says she gay. So then why is she called queer as opposed to a lesbian? You see the confusion?
Right.
Because here the message said, first openly gay, yet still she don't fall under in the LGBTQ. She don't fall under the L, which is lesbian. She fall under the Q, which is queer. So that's what is the same way their thing confuse we as straight men and straight women. That's what really is going on in their heads as well, confusion.
Right.
And all this stem from one thing. Well, firstly, because of molestation. But them come up. You can, what's the word to use now? They can get over the molestation. Counseling. You can be counseled here in the UPK, you can be counseled against becoming an outright gay person because you were molested. But I mean, you have to be in class.
Right.
The we counseling you don't mean that we talk to you and then you go out there and do the same thing. That is a waste of our time. That's a waste of, really a waste. That is why in the world probably they charge them, because they know that whatever they sit down in there and tell them they might not be doing. So don't waste my time, pay me. You understand? So,
yeah.
But we here in the truth, we don't charge people for counseling. You come to class. I mean, if you need sessions where you need to speak to the general or a captain, you would get it.
Salakia, sir.
Yeah.
You can imagine a little young girl who aspire to be a senator. Then see all them behavior there and say, well, me not have any, you know what I mean, code of conduct or, you know what I mean, morals to be a senator. You know what I mean? All me need and qualifications. Me can dip on TikTok at work and I do whatever me feel like and still become a senator. You understand? Where this show our young girl, let me know, is that you don't have to have any class to be a leader over black people. You know what I mean? And this is the thing where white people love, you know. Salakia, sir.
That's basically what our captains were saying. I mean, you're now becoming a role model of black girls.
Right.
And the worst thing, look at the world behind the camera holding and encouraging her. White people.
Right.
Yeah. Then look at them feel, you know, look at if you watch the video, they look like them feel away, you know, holding the camera for her while she's talking and thing, and because they know that even she could be gay and queer all she wants, what she's doing is wrong. They know, you know, you can see it in their action. But that's what the senator wants to do. And then again, maybe it's all them same and encourage her to do it. Because what? They want to destroy us. That's their goal.
Right.
So they're going to encourage us to be doing everything they know is wrong. The same way they come out here and can teach our young men how to terrorize a community. There was a video I had, I wonder if I can find it, where a politician was talking about, how they do, you know, but he was talking about Africa, but it's the same thing. It applies to Jamaica too. So giving these country aid and giving them debt write-off don't really help them, you know. You want to really help them with some tax cut. Because I didn't know that countries, I thought China had the lowest paid wage in the world. I didn't know it was Africa.
Okay.
Yeah, the Africans, well, not all the countries in Africa, but the lowest paid wages you will find is in the continent of Africa. Yet still, you don't find the businesses there flocking there to invest. So that white senator was saying, this is because of overtaxation. But when he was saying all that, it brought me right back into Jamaica's situation, where Jamaica, how should I put it? Jamaica in the same situation of overtaxation. So this kind of explain now why our government have to be always inviting foreign investors and offering them tax break. The kind of tax breaks that really get us who live here angry. Because you bringing in a man to come invest in our country, giving him tax break. We here under the pressure and you're not giving us tax break.
Right.
I'm going to find the video now. I think I can find it. But this is how by we wanting to be, and it is people like this young lady here. She seems quite young. I don't think she's 20. I go, what the age? I think they put her age. I don't think she's 30 years old as it, you know. 28. A 28-year-old senator. But she's still a young girl. Acrobatic though. She is acrobatic. Come on, man. Come on. Where are these? I need this thing, man. All right. In the meantime, give me Deuteronomy 28:54.
Got it one gun.
The same kind of influence that they have on these women among Esau that they had put on they're putting on our men. All right. Even in the States, these black communities that have these violence, it's no way different from out here in Jamaica. The same thing. They teach them the violence.
Right. Got another one gun. This is the book of Deuteronomy chapter 28 and verse 54. So that the man that is tender among you and very delicate, his eyes shall be evil towards his brother and towards the wife of his bosom and towards the remnant of his children which he shall leave.
All right. So that is this is telling us that young men, this is what the young men do. Who, when we are under the curses, the eyes of these tender on his brothers. The young one that is tender among us, his eyes shall be evil towards it. Do you ever try to reason with some of these young men that our young men out here?
Good.
Yeah, you notice the kind of mentality most of them have.
Right. Selfish.
Selfish is one, but you know, a lot of them really think destructive.
Good.
Just like the one who killed the 5 in thing there.
Good.
God bless on him again.
Is it Coco Peace? Slovakia.
Yeah, so Clarendon again.
Good.
Right, see him Clarendon again.
Good.
Coco Peace, something like so. That young man, that like I'm first thing they still, you know. That doesn't seem like his first. I'm 50 what you read a while ago. 54 or something like that.
54, cancel.
All right. Read 56.
Another one gone. Verse 56. The tender and delicate woman among you,
Right,
which
the
would
tender
not.
and delicate woman among us. She is one of them. She is 28 years old. So it's talking about women like this. Continue.
Another one gone. Which would not adventure to set the sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness.
Right. She is the kind, this kind of woman, when we were in our kingdom, these women were the precious woman. Right? Right? You look at her in her bikini there. She's a woman who you wouldn't holler at the beach. You try to holler at her and say, you should cover up, you come on the beach and blah 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 and try to, because she don't look ugly. She's the tender and delicate woman. She is tender for her age, right? And the treatment that they used to get make them delicate. They are so delicate that they wouldn't even walk barefoot. That's what it's telling us. The sole of her feet upon the ground, because she too tender and too delicate to walk barefooted. Right? But here she is on her head top, twerking, walking in the sun, not just on the ground at her home, out there on the beach, walking barefooted, putting,
in the sun.
But that's what I was going to say. All black women, when they do the hair, how it goes.
God.
And here she have the hair in the sun.
God. Yet alone our feet. Look,
This is, many of our women see this, they would be saying, me, I could put my head in the sun at the beach like that. Me here, I spend too much money to do. Here she has her head. So that shows you that above her hairstyle and above her tender feet, she put the votes so that she can get into the house and to be among the senators, be among the rulers. Right? Continue.
Another one gone. Her eyes shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom.
Mm-hmm. So
and towards her son and towards her daughter.
All right. So right there you have it. She's what? Gay. Which tell her that what? She don't want a man.
Right.
Right? So she don't want any man. Her eyes being evil towards her black men at her tender and delicate age. Scripture can't wrong. Scripture can't be wrong. And we who listen to the oppressor believe that we can do what we want to do. It's because there is no immediate repercussion for what she is doing. She thinks she's just out there having fun,
Right.
In her mind, oh, I'm young and I'm just having fun.
Yeah.
But these are things that would not have gone down well in our kingdom. You, our princess, on the beach with your head in the sand in that manner and your ass up in the air,
right.
videoing it and putting it on social media.
Right.
Look
here. And having the power and the authority that she have over black people. You understand?
Yeah.
Make it even 10 times worse.
Even worse.
Right.
The king would have to do something immediately about her.
Right.
Just like, you remember the story in Esther, when the king having his banquet and send call the queen, and the queen say, man, me not come nowhere.
Gone.
And he was forced to make her stop being queen.
Right.
Because she was disrespecting his authority.
Good.
So I wonder what a woman doing this in a kingdom would have caused. A powerful person, a powerful woman in the king. As a matter of fact, I don't think, maybe in Rome, she could have been senator, but all them other kingdom, she couldn't be an openly gay person. Maybe in Hellenistic Rome, she could have been a senator or anything she wanted to be. And better believe it, this kingdom here, man, it's just like Hellenistic Rome. They make effeminate men and make masculine women. And they did it off the black people because, they realized the blacks were coming up. And this was the period after Roman slavery, after them tear down Jerusalem and carry us into Rome captive. So the children of those slaves now, and just like now slavery finish, you're still in the kingdom. They make you effeminate so that you don't rebel on the kingdom. Now, definitely, this is not a woman who is going to be hardline on any policy that is against black people.
Right. Right.
Any policy come up in the house which is detrimental to black people, her mouth is shut.
Right.
Even if everybody who vote for her is black people. Rhode Island, most likely, well, black people, whites are there too. But Rhode Island now have a lot of blacks there too. But even though the amount of black who live in the community doesn't really matter, because they have managed to disenfranchise the black people. Once you get incarcerated, you can't vote. So what the cops does, make sure that every single black person, as much as possible, can be incarcerated. Cut down the voting. Politics. Well, that one is politics.
And slack here, sir. And it goes to show you that the LGBT community cannot look out for the best interests of black people, because guess what go on?
Thank you.
If the LGBT community, you know what I mean, or a person of the LGBT community can reach the power that this young lady reach, right, and not see that peer action will affect the black community, then it clearly shows you that the LGBT community cannot look out for the best interests of our people.
Black
you understand?
But they can't even look out for the best interests of their own people, because they should have come out and say something to her publicly.
Right.
You understand? It would be nice if they could have they would have known how to put the political spin on it, because they seem to be good at putting political spin on a lot of statements, but they are silent.
And what's the name of the basketball player again? Brittany Griner, who's over there in Russia, being held captive by the Russians. She's a LGBT, what I call it now, member. And them can't bring her home. So what real power does that community really have but to bully black people and, you know what I mean, force black people in a, you know what I mean, a devious lifestyle? Them not have real power because them can't bring home that so-called LGBT member. You understand?
Hey, Russia no respect, have no form of respect for the community there.
Right.
You remember the man who Putin get, when them say Putin calling him attack dog. You remember that man? Which film Chechnya him come from now?
Chechnya. God.
Yeah. You remember man I tell you Pope and say no Batman that Chechnya.
Right. Gone.
So, I mean, they could be powerful a little more in the West. Their power is zero over in Russia there.
Right.
They have no talk. All right, now probably Putin not even listen to Biden, so I don't know.
Yeah.
But what she did, why she end up in? Is a black one?
Gone. That the basketball player. Gone.
Yeah.
Gone, sir.
So
Gone, sir.
what she did in Russia?
She went over and they found her with you have the what you call it now, the vape, but she had like marijuana cartridges in the vape. That is illegal in Russia, so them arrest her. You know what I mean? So them arrest her because of the conflict now with Russia and America and Ukraine. Them basically, you know what I mean, exaggerate it now. So them have her indefinite and about to bring her before the courts. And I think the sentence is about 10 years in prison for the weed cartridge. So they are trying to negotiate.
Damn, 10 years we are drawing.
Gone. Russian law.
Man. Okay.
Lock, yeah.
But and then make it rather worse now. You see, you go at them people, you see, going at them country, especially at times like now, you're black. You better, you're probably better off just, moving like how you would have moved as a slave in Jamaica. In America. Meaning things like that, marijuana, anything that, and they would have had persons who give them a prep talk about what is legal and what is not and what is illegal.
Right.
They would have had that unless she didn't go over there as a basketball player. Did she go over there on her own?
I'm not sure if she went over there on vacation or basketball business.
Oh. If she went over there on her own, then she would have to do her own research to know what is legal and what. I mean, in America, whatever state you're going in and whatever state you're going to drive through, you have to know the law, because what is legal in this state might be illegal in the very next state that you're going to pass through to get through the next state. You get me? So you have to do your research. But marijuana. She loves smoke or marijuana. I mean, she can't just, if you have to go to Russia, just forget about your marijuana for a while. Things as you think you have to smoke it. Because they all she now. She is in a tight dilemma, and this is why I say that. She's an American citizen.
Right.
But at the same time, she's black.
Gone.
The Russians probably would want to catch an American citizen to squeeze,
Gone.
But they also know that they do not have any high regards for the blacks. So it could be that she get the full extent of the law.
And yes, sir. Not only that, she's also an LGBT member. So guess what go on? Russia, you know what I mean? Russia not to support that neither. So, you know what I mean? Then there are 3 reasons now for Russia go hard on her now.
Right,
you understand?
right.
But the LGBT community now have no power to do nothing about it, which means them not really have no real power.
No.
They are just bullies trying to bully black people into their lifestyle and force it on black people. You understand?
Right.
The rest of the world don't respect them.
They can't make no tough talk to Russia. Like,
right.
We're going to lobby our president to send some F-16s and, make some bad talk. They can't do that.
Right.
The only thing they can do is maybe go line up over there and demonstrate naked, which would get all of them in
prison.
Yeah, we'll get every single one of them in prison.
Yeah.
So, I mean, our people are so distraught. We really need to open our eyes and just stay away from these nations, man.
Right.
Where is the good that is coming out of these nations? If you are a successful black man and you marry another nation, you know the only thing that one can teach you will keep you looking like you're successful, encourage you not to mix with your people.
Right.
And try to be over your funds so that you know you don't give too much money to even your very own family. You understand me? That's the only thing they go and teach you, which could be, you might see that as non-violent, but outside of those things, you know, the thing they teach you. The Indians them teach you. We learn this weed thing from the East Indians.
Right.
Marijuana come from East India, and the stupid Rastafarian elders teaching the people about, and whoever it was who sing about it was found on King Solomon's grave. When you do the research, it's called Indian hemp. Why is it called Indian hemp? It's not called Solomon's hemp.
Yeah.
It wasn't found in the Middle East in any plot of land in the Middle East, you know. It was found in India. And we in Jamaica learn about, when the East Indians came over Jamaica here, they brought it with them. That's how it got here, you know.
Gone.
And I can bet you there was a time when we weren't even smoking it. That's why it becomes so popular within the Rastafarian community, because they watch, after trying to build the Rastafarian community now, they look on the Indian religion there, Shiva, and they see the man them with the locks and burning this thing and getting high. And obviously they copy it and got high, right? They grow the locks now better than the men, the Shiva men, and they burn the weed even better than them too.
Right.
So it got stuck with them in the Rastafarian community, right?
So both the locks and the weed come from, you know what I mean, the East Indians.
Yeah.
Gone.
There were some Africans, some Kenyans, who some of the rest of them tried to tell you that hello? Even some of the Rastafarians tried to tell you that it was the Kenyans that they got the locks from. But the Kenyans don't have them locks, man, in Kenya don't really have a history of smoking weed. So how would they get the locks from the Kenyans and the weed from the very same men in India who grow their locks and burn the weed? They get the two of them from the same person. The same religion in India. All right. Isaiah 1. Verse 18. Book of Isaiah. Isaiah chapter 1. Isaiah chapter 1, verse 2 to 4. Wow, you lose power.
Yeah, I did have to use the restroom a while ago. Still okay. However, though, my phone kind of short on charge. Me there 10% right now, and me I try charge it, but it has said the phone, the temperature of the phone, too hot. Nah, charge.
Oh, okay.
9% right now. Just leave 10 to 9.
Most I soon bless you with a phone, man.
God.
All right. Isaiah chapter 1, verse 2 to 4.
Gun. Still okay, I say, and 50.
18.
18. Gun.
2, starting 2 to 4.
Gun. This is the book of Isaiah chapter 1 and verse 2. Hear, O heavens, and give ear, O earth, for the Lord has spoken. I have nourished and brought up children, and they have rebelled against me.
That's exactly what is happening with our people right now. Right? We are Jerusalem people, and what are we doing? Rebelling against the Most High. These things that we are doing, you know, we don't fit into them, you know. Which is why we have to be putting on a little extra flair and going on with the ray and that's not us.
Right.
That is just we trying to be accepted and trying to be recognized by the heathens. You get me? So when we like all the she, you know, she just trying to get some recognition from them white people. You know, obviously the whites that she's among, maybe that white woman is our person, is our partner. Yeah. Who admire her big ass so much, you know, encourage her to show it. I mean, they got a nice figure. Why not show it? You know, them little stupid thing there. And we know as the Most High people don't even know that what we are doing is rebelling against the Most High. Read on.
Gun, verse 3. The ox knoweth his owner, and the ass his master's crib. But Israel does not know, my people does not consider.
Right. Actions. Our actions shows the Most High that we don't even consider who we belong to. Right? It's like what a prince name where leave with his wife and go live in America again. Harry or William.
Still okay. I don't remember if a Harry or the other one. Still okay.
Right. Give up him prince his royalty to follow a fractal into America. This is the Most High's people. This is how we behave we behave the same way. Give up our royalty to follow other religions, to follow other nations that can't help you in your royalty. So him give up him royalty now. What about the children that he produced? What future do you give to your children? What inheritance your children have? Right? When you are royalty, you know, automatically your children's inheritance is royalty. You know, like in England, every single person that is of royal bloodline have the birthright to be in the House of Lords. They can't stop them from being a lord in England. You know?
Okay, good.
Yeah, it is their birthright. So in other words, you can't go, no man can go and run election to be a member of the House of Lords and vote for me and so. No, it is a birthright thing. And just like how being an Israelite is a birthright thing, but even the oxen and the ass better off than we. We don't know our birthright and we don't even consider it.
Yeah.
I mean, we're just out there like, probably like alligators, right? But, read on, verse 4.
Another one gone. Verse 4. A sinful nation, a people laden with iniquity, a seed of evildoers, children that are corrupters. They have forsaken the Lord, they have provoked the Holy One of Israel unto anger. They are gone away backward.
All right. Just like her, backward, backward actions, those.
God.
We have become a sinful nation. What makes us a sinful nation? We don't follow the laws.
Right.
We teach that the laws, these laws are done away with, man. These laws are, the Bible is from, you know, when BC, you know. Yeah, this is modern time now. We can change it. But oh, look at what we are doing in the modern time. Our women who have fought so much for political powers.
God.
I mean, a couple of years ago, you know, you remember one journalist here did out here named, he's dead now. He had one of the #1 talk, Wilmot Perkins.
God, sir.
Perkins used to say, well, it wasn't him who coined the phrase. The phrase was coined by a professor at the University of the West Indies, Professor, I think, Nettleford. Professor Nettleford said, a butu in a Benz is still a butu. Yeah. He came on the firefight still, you know. You know, he was a Israelite, by the way.
God.
Nettleford was a black man. He was an Israelite. But his take on the whole action of persons who are educated was that you come in the education system, you come get educated being someone of no principles, and you maintain that no principle self and put the education on it, you are still a no principled person. And if you never get rich and can drive a Benz, you're still a no principled person. That's what the butu is. Butu is the person without the principle. So he came up and said a butu in a Benz is still a butu. So, I mean, with what this woman do now, it's like she just proved Nettleford to be true, to be right. I mean,
and Slakia, sir. Slakia.
Yeah.
Slakia,
Yes.
sir. We don't mean to cut you off. After all of the fight woman's right, you know what I mean, and for woman to get respect and all them things there. And to come to this, when you obtain a seat of power, you have the ability now for, you know what I mean, reach the heights of power. You come to this, that is setting, you know what I mean? That come like you set the black community years backwards, like what the scripture said. You know what I mean? They are backwards.
That's exactly what I'm talking. That's exactly what I'm talking about. That's what brought me. That thought is what brought me to what Neckleford said, put in a Benz, because I mean her actions. What got her into the what? How was she able to become to say at 28 she's going to become a senator? When you look at the civil rights actions, well, the civil, not the Martin Luther kind of civil rights. I talk about like, well, lady the name Rosa Parks, who Rosa Parks, they try with them with the back of the bus thing.
Cancer, yeah man. Can.
Right. The fight of a woman like Rosa Parks. Right? Rosa Parks say, I am not sitting at the back of the bus. The seat up here so me can hold the seat too. And they shut down the whole bus company and all black people decide that a back of bus now I want to come put you and sit and tell her we're not spending money with you. And then you ever hear about a woman named Mary C. Cole?
God, I hear that name before, sir.
All right, Mary C. Cole. All right, you hear about Florence Nightingale?
God.
Florence Nightingale was a Edomite. Florence Nightingale and Mary C. Cole. I don't know, they weren't working together, but they were doing the same kind of work. They were nurses, but the nursing was not recognized as a profession. During World War II, they used to, you know, go on the well, not on the front line, but when the injured soldiers, they would build tent and thing and take in the injured soldiers, bandage them up, apply them, you know, medicine, care for them, right? And then I think it was through the Catholic Church where the nuns start to take on that same kind of role during a war. And then the government decided to make nursing a profession. But a war, I don't know if it's a civil war or what, there was a war with America, and they sent the name, the popular one, the one who was the forerunner was Mary C. Cole, but she was black. And then after they find out that Mary C. Cole black, they switched to Florence Nightingale. And they made Florence Nightingale the mother of nursing rather than Mary C. Cole. But Mary C. Cole was a dignified black woman who held on to her person. She never twerked with her head in the sun and all them kind of thing. Actions of person like Mary C. Cole, Rosa Parks, what's the name of the other woman who with the Underground Railroad again? During slavery. What's she name again, man? The one about the wade in the water. All right. It was actions of like these women who make she can at age 28 say, okay, I'm going to run for senator. But what you have now, this is what she does with it. Right? This is what she does with it, as with all the people who fight for her. And our men do the same thing. We have great men in the past, and what our young men do with the freedom that they have, we're using it to kill off each other. Works done by even our UPK fathers in the 90s, not 90s, 69, from 69 coming up. This is what our people is doing with it. So this is why the scripture says we have gone backward. So rather than these work now should be making us better people, come like we're worse. All right, Isaiah, still in Isaiah. Drop down to Isaiah 1, verse 18. Verse 18 says, "Come now, let us reason together, saith the Lord. Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they be red like crimson, they shall be as wool." All right. Now, I've seen where some Rastas now interpret and say, oh, so if the color of the sin are the problem. No, but this is not telling you about the color of the sin. It's just saying that though you with your sinful self, the Most High is willing to forgive you. Right? It's still you, but discard the sin. It's all right, I'll forgive. Think of you owing a man $1 million. And then him decides, all right, I want to forgive that debt that you have for me, so that you and I now start on a clean page and we move forward. That's basically what this is saying. The Most High is saying, I'll forgive your sins and you and I will be moving forward. It is still you who had committed the sin. It's the same person, but I'll forgive them. Though your sins be as scarlet, they shall be as white as snow. Though they be red like crimson. And they say one of the things using the color, red, crimson is red, scarlet is red. The amount of bloodletting will take place between our people, you know, from the time of the judges. Yeah, man. We used to fight civil wars against each other and all the way until today. Today now we don't have civil war, we have gang violence. Right? That's what it has come down to. Gang violence. Bloodletting. Too much bloodletting among our people. So the Most High is telling that he's willing to forgive it. So this sister now being a LGBT person, forgiveness is still there for you, but you have to make the walk, right? And find your way in the truth so that the Most High can see it necessary to forgive you of the sins you have committed. All right. There are a lot of scriptures that we can go into them. We're not going into all of them. We can do Ezekiel, should we? Let's do Ezekiel 20, 35 to 38. Book of Ezekiel, chapter 20. Verse 35. Ezekiel 20, verse 35. To 38. Verse 35. And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people. Can start further up. Let's start further up. 33. As I live, said the Lord, surely with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm, and with fury poured out, will I rule over you. So the Most High, mighty hand, meaning that mash up every other nation to let you go. Stretch out arm, come to me. Right? Fury poured out. He's going to pour his fury on all them other nations who keep on corrupting us and pulling us away from God. And I will bring you out from the people and will gather you out of the countries wherein ye are scattered, with a mighty hand and with a stretched out arm and with fury poured out. Verse 35 now. And I will bring you into the wilderness of the people, and there I will plead with you face to face. So he's going to damage them other nation to release us. After them other nation release us, give us the chance to learn about him. And then you don't want to learn about him. That is where now he is saying now he's going to plead with you. The most I plead with you with death. He's going to plead with you face to face. And 36, and this is why you know the Bible is not outdated. Read 36. Like as I pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness. Who did he plead with it in the wilderness? The Israelites. Has that happened since? No evidence of that. Pleaded with your fathers in the wilderness of the land of Egypt. So will I plead with you, saith the Lord God. 37. And I will cause you to pass under the rod, and I will bring you into the bond of the covenant. So it's going to tidy us up on all grounds. 38. And I will purge out from among you the rebels. And them that transgress against me. So all of you would want to think that you're being LGBT and in the church, I go save you. The Most High saying, I'm going to purge you from among his people. I will bring them forth out of the country where they sojourn, and they shall not enter into the land of Israel, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. So in other words, take us out from here, plead with us, get rid of all of the Batman, them and all the killers and murderers and everybody who knows who is sinners. Then, after purging the people, then they will go into the land of Israel. Or that land that was promised. That's the Most High's portion on the earth. He decides who get it. All right, next scripture now. Same Isaiah 29, 22 to 23. Isaiah 29, 22 to 23. 21, 23. Book of Isaiah, chapter 29, verse 22. Therefore, thus saith the Lord, who redeemed Abraham concerning the house of Jacob. Jacob shall not now be ashamed, neither shall his face now wax pale. So even though that woman talking and we feel bad as a black people and thinking, we not going to be ashamed as a people in the end. Neither shall our face wax pale as to disappointment. Meaning, you see, God, Christ return and it's not you in can take up. Yeah, it's you, his people is coming for. Verse 23. But when he seeth his children, the work of mine hands, in the midst of him, they shall sanctify my name and sanctify the Holy One of Jacob, and shall fear the God of Israel. So all of you rebelling against God, you going to serve God, whether you like it or not. 24 says, they also that erred in spirit shall come to understanding. Right. So you LGBT people, you making a mistake in the spirit, You're putting on the wrong kind of spirit. You're a man, you think you're a woman. You're a woman, you think you're a man. You're a man, you think that man should lie with man. You're a woman, you think that woman should lie with woman. You making a mistake in the spirit there. The Most High says, you shall come to understanding, and they that murmured shall learn doctrine. All of you are murmur and say, what about? Me not the Jesus thing, me not the that thing. You go and learn. That's what he's saying. And that is Isaiah. Close with this one. Galatians 4 and 26. Galatians. Book of Galatians chapter 4, verse 26. But Jerusalem which above is free, which is the mother of us all. So all you Israelites out there, Jerusalem is the motherland. That's the only land that's, well, that's the land that the Most High chose as his portion. He make the entire earth and him choose a portion and say, all right, the portion here, so that's mine. So anybody he considers his people, he put them there. Right? It's one time he has ever put anyone there forcefully, and that's when they went from the time of Moses. There was people in the land, a lot of sinful people, but he put some righteous people in the land. Just like now, there are people in the land. A lot of sinful people are down there now. And those people who call themselves the Jewish man, they put up all the pride flag when they're ready. I mean, that shows that there are sinful people. They are sinful people in the land. But that land is the mother of us all. Just like how many you talk about Africa is our motherland. Africa is not our motherland. Jerusalem is our motherland. That's why it says Jerusalem is the mother of us all. Right? So there shall be no twerking in Jerusalem. I'm getting on our head top. No, what do you call it? Murderous lifestyle that our young men are so destroyed in. Right? This terrorism lifestyle, terrorizing people, going around terrorize people. All right, so our man and Shamar is not in. Have some phone problems. So with that, go to the security announcement. Clap it up. All right. I.S.U.P.K security announcement. We are the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York. In a minute. We are the I.S.U.P.K out of 1 West, 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commandant General YAHANNA. Rules for brothers and sisters: when a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or a sister. There is another 6 months in which a brother or sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find this in Numbers 18, verse 21, and Malachi 3, 8 to 10. Means tenth in Hebrew and is pronounced ma'ashara. 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you, give to the treasury department or teacher. The priest fund. Free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatever amount you would like to give. All right, so you can, donate to I.S.U.P.K Jamaica too, while we build our school. Upcoming only, and by the way, you donate to us, say you donate some building supplies also, it is tax deductible. Free will offering, upcoming holy convocation, memorial of the blowing of the trumpet, first day of the 7th month, Sunday the 25th of September 2022, Leviticus, and it can be found in Leviticus 23, 24 to 25. Akim and Aquatium, you are reminded to check on social media such as ISUPK.com, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and so on for ISUPK events and materials. If a brother wants to be a trooper in the school, then he is to start wearing all black, which includes black boots, shirt, pants, headband, or scarf. That we say a medium, which means a stand. We're going to say the Lord's Prayer. I'm going to just say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew and then in English. Abanawa, Shabashamayam, Kodash, Haya, Shamka, Yahweh, Malakwatka, Taba'a, Ratazaka, Haya, Aisha, Barataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayam, Nathan, Nanawa, Nakam, Kal, Yawam, Wasalak Lanawa, Kawabwat Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kawabwat Yanawa, Wala'a, Tabaya Nawa, Banasayawa, Abon, Awashai Nawa, Maya, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Amalakwat, Wahala, Wahatapaharat, the Iwalam, Amen. In English, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Amen. Prayer for the curses. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh Shai, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Eden that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers, and the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Eden. And shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations. And their drug dealers, the court system, the prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, the Roman Catholic Church, Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, Aryan Nation, skinheads, Posse Comitazi, the gay movement, lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space programs, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airways, the cable access channels and the radio channels. Convict the spirit of any of thy people that seek to stop us, and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues, cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer. Let Yahweh, Michael, and Gabriel come down with the flying saucers and punish all the heathen that come up against us as we speak thy word. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake at thy coming. In the name of Yahweh, I thank you always so be. Prayer for the poor. Yahweh Basham Yahweh Barak Kosha. Baba Kosha. Nathan Lanao. Akak. Akak. Lara Pa. Kalmakala. Akalmadawa. Akalmadawa. Akak. Lataar. Amatazaria. Akak. Lahakwayam. Amathiam. Akak. And Rakawa. Atamala. Agarasham. Sham Yawashai. THAWADAH. In English. Yahweh, in the name of Yahweh, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, to cleanse the lepers, to raise the dead, against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahweh. Thank you, so be it. I pray for the blessings. Yahweh Basham Yahweh Barak Lanawa Wayasharala Waha Bayat Saparian Barak Apa Magan Hagan Commanding General YAHANNA, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, the young men and the sisters. By Hashem Yahushai, THAWADAH. Want to just said in English, how in the name of Yahushai, bless us and Israel and the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones in the name of Yahushai. Thank you, so be. One courteous salute to the teacher. Young man, turn and face the teacher. And courteous salute to the teacher. Madam Shabbat, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Barakatam, Yadamata. One courteous salute to the sisters, turn and face the sisters. And when salute the sisters, Madam Shabbat, Barak, Yahweh Shema Alatan Basham Yahushai, Yeah, the matter and down classes. For online viewers, remember to pay your tithes and your donations. Send them to ISUPK.com. Tithes and donations. You also remember to like, subscribe to our channel, share our videos. All right. Some music again take us out. Shalom.
All right, now I'm gonna give you a warning. Before listening to this, you might want to go and get a sweatband. This should be illegal in 12 countries and banned from the radio.
Beats craze.
Yeah, you know I'm strapped. I'm wearing a gun at dinner. Wearing a gun at dinner. Wearing a gun at dinner. Yeah, you know I'm strapped. I'm wearing a gun at dinner. Wearing a gun at dinner. Wearing a gun at dinner. 5-star restaurants, 5-star ratings. 5 in the chamber, put a V in your face, B. Fresh beef gets served, tasty. Brains in entrees, no words Beyonce. The shady make lamb chops, lamb from the can tops. Servers rush my orders, goddamn that's hot. You'll get your man pop, talking all reckless. Diamonds in my holster, diamonds on my necklace. 45, baby, that's your scalp. If I miss, I still hit your neck. Gunfire, better hit the deck. You getting served and you get the check. Hollow points and tips are giving night. Fry your ass at your burger spot. Both coats hit the bullseye. Reaching the coast, pulling off thighs. Killing the room, surprise, surprise. I get that side that she dies. Hawk you in desert storm. Keep an eagle fly, birdie fly. Out of breath on my own mind. What's for dessert, set a hole like pie. Shout out Khan, thumb, y'all, my guy.
Yeah, you know I'm strapped. Wear my gun for dinner. Wear my gun for dinner. Wear my gun for dinner. Yeah, you know I'm strapped. Wear my gun for dinner. Wear my gun for dinner. Wear my gun for dinner.
Taking nines, splitting minds, take silence for the violence. Make a mash on that ass, make the maid close the blinds. Pull a fast psychopath, spill the gravy, gas a laugh. Banana clip, clear the path, give them babies bloody bath. Get cannon for the savage, take a salad after madness. Invade the fucking palace, give them malice, play a ballad. 100 rounds, spitting rapid, how it happening, no napping, no itis. Hair trigger, yeah nigga, call it Midas. Golden touch, but it's righteous, double fudge on the ice cream. What the fuck? Yeah, I like it. Pressure luck, young buck. Venison, serve them up. Get it in. Shots buck. Bring a friend. Pot luck. Thick or thin. You struck. Fried chicken served up. Get a witness for a dessert. There's where you go put it work. No sequel, wish squirt. That my baby, so I flirt. Eat a peaches, lick a clip. Get my bitches by my hip. No crackers, don't trip. Yummy tummy, drum clip. Make a flip like the words from my lip. What I cook is an art. Beat his kidneys, make them fart. Close to see when I pop trucks. Put it holes in the shopping cart. Blue like special Walmart. Lord be with you, hold now.
I'm wearing my gun for dinner. Wearing my gun for dinner. Wearing my gun for dinner. Yeah, you know I'm strapped. I'm wearing my gun for dinner. I'm wearing my gun for dinner. Wearing my gun for dinner. Yeah, you know I'm strapped. I'm wearing my gun for dinner. I'm wearing my gun for dinner. I'm wearing my gun for dinner. Yeah, you know I'm strapped. I'm wearing my gun for dinner. I'm wearing my gun for dinner. I'm wearing my gun for dinner.
Would you tell Miss Laura goodbye?
Do what now?
I said tell Miss Laura goodbye.
Bye, Miss Laura.